Hey friends, this episode was recorded on the MacBook without the technical equipment that I usually use, so the sound is not great. I'm sorry. Also, Andrew is another quiet person. He is not as loud as the Americans, so it's hard to hear him at times. I tried to edit his voice in post production, but it's at the best I can get it. So turn up your volume when he talks, I guess. As you know, this is a learning experience for me, and every day I learn something new. So enjoy this episode with my husband, which kind of plays along. I don't know. It does not sound like I'm interviewing my husband because we kept it so oddly professional. And he was very nervous to speak freely. He was kind of a closed clam. He just didn't know it was safe to say, which is cute, but I think he still offers some valuable information. Enjoy. Welcome back to moving to New Zealand, flying eagles to flightless kiwis. Andrew, didn't you come up with that little tagline? Eagles to kiwis?
Yeah, well, it's kind of self-explanatory, really.
Well, today we have Andrew with us, and we are not in my normal recording studio. So, Andrew, I've collected some questions from the listeners and from my friends. And one of the first questions I was asked was, which one of Ashley's friends in America do you miss the most?
I didn't know this was a questionnaire. I thought it was about moving to America.
Yeah, I know, but that was just a
Moving
question
back.
that I got, and I was excited to ask you.
Well, I can't answer that because there's numerous ones I like the most.
Okay, that's smart. We're starting off very diplomatic already. That's good.
Right.
Because this is a podcast that we just try to be diplomatic and not political, and we try to be PC and all
Well,
that.
I might be the wrong
Yeah.
person.
Are you
down the
getting
road.
are you getting up to leave? um Although some people do want to hear your real honest opinions. We'll see where this goes. But tell me first, this is the question I always ask people to start with. I usually say, when did you move to New Zealand and why? But for you, you started out here. So how old were you when you left New Zealand for the first time?
When I left New Zealand for the first time,
Yes.
16,
And where did you go then?
Australia,
And how long were you there for?
9 months.
Okay, so you moved to Australia when you're 16 years old. Why did you do that?
For change.
Okay. You're grinning. Is that just all you want to share?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were there for 9 months and then you came back to New Zealand
Yes.
and then you lived in New Zealand until you were how old?
30.
I think you're
Something.
32-ish or 33
Yeah.
when you moved to America. And now you're 53, just for frame of reference.
You don't have to say that.
Okay, wait. Yeah, because we've been together 20 years this year. And you moved to America. We met in 2005, and you came over to live there in 2007. It wasn't a full 2 years. It was like a year and a half, maybe. So you came over to live there in 2007, and then we came back here in 2021. So you had a good amount of time in America.
15 years or something.
Yeah. And why did you leave New Zealand and go to America?
Chasing the love of my life.
So we had a friend over at Akaroa the other day, and we were talking about the first time we met. You came to America for the first time ever in 2004 to be the best man in your brother's wedding.
Correct.
Yes. And did you meet a fine young lady when you were there for that time?
No. I did not.
Okay. You glanced at one across the room?
Oh, plenty, yes.
Okay.
But I had a girlfriend at the time.
Okay. And then I kind of saw you, but didn't really talk to you either. And then I came to New Zealand 9 months later. And your father, I went to see your father because I had met him at the wedding as well. And I went to see him, and he said, "Do you want to come up to my house for dinner on Sunday?" And I said, "Sure." And he picked me up at
Is this my life
university.
story or is this
Yeah, but we need to build context
Kiwi?
of how you
Kiwi.
lived in two places, how you had two amazing homes.
Okay.
So,
And still do.
still do. Oh, you still have two amazing homes?
Well, yeah. One at Carrara, one at Christchurch.
Oh, okay. So you don't consider America a home?
Yes, it will be.
No. Was it a home?
Yeah, when I lived there, it was a home.
Yeah.
And wherever I lay my head is home.
Oh, so it doesn't matter where it is geographically,
Not
as
really.
long as you have a place to lay your head?
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm with my family. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, so I came to New Zealand 9 months after I met you first time, and then I went up to your dad's house for dinner, and your sister was there with her partner, who's now her husband, and I heard her ask your dad, "Is Andrew coming up for dinner?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know. He went out for the rugby game last night." And she said, "Oh, now that he's single, is he going out more?" And then my ears perked up, and I was like, "Wait, Andrew's single now? And I'm new in New Zealand?" And then, so when you came up for dinner that night and you had to bring me home, did you think that night you were going to end up in America?
No, definitely not.
When did you know you were probably going to end up in America?
Probably when you made me buy an engagement ring.
When you came to America the first time to visit me, what did you think about it? You came to Boston.
I didn't like the living situation. Obviously, it was a shoebox.
You mean my small apartment?
Yeah, and
Okay.
on some third or fourth story
Mm-hmm.
where I'd never lived off the ground before.
You had never lived in an apartment building?
No.
Okay.
So I didn't like the fact I couldn't just walk outside. I didn't like the fact you couldn't swing a cat around inside.
Uh-huh.
Um, so that was a change. But I don't think I lasted that long in the apartment.
You didn't.
No.
You went up to New Hampshire because
Yeah.
I was going to school and working in Boston, so I had to stay down there. But you went up and stayed with your brother in New Hampshire and my parents a little bit, and you said
I did like Boston City itself.
as a place to visit.
Oh, walking around, because I used to walk around because you were at school,
Yeah.
but I didn't know the bad hood from the good hood, and I always seemed to be in the bad hood as a little white boy.
Well, I remember I was working at Foley Hoag, and you walked there from my apartment, which was the absolute other end of the city because you were too afraid to take public transportation.
Yeah, I wasn't hopping on the T at that stage.
But you didn't even have a cell phone back then.
No,
Well, maybe there was like a Nokia, but absolutely no
there was
internet.
no maps.
Yeah, no. Did you print out a MapQuest?
I used to do that all the time when I lived there.
Yeah, tell me. You were talking about that the other day when you would print out MapQuests.
Well, I drive from New Hampshire through Boston to Fall River for work at 2 o'clock on a Monday morning, with my map quest. And if I missed a turn, you just screw it up and throw it on the floor and just throw your hands in the air. Because I didn't know where I was. I was already white knuckle driving on 4 lanes going each direction
Yeah.
and doing 75 miles an hour.
Uh-huh.
It was quite fast.
Is it faster than we go here than 100 kilometers?
Yeah,
What's 100 kilometers?
60.
And that's the top speed here?
Well, it's 110 now in certain areas.
Oh, but that's like the fastest we go here?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So it was fast, but it was more the lanes. 4 lanes of trucks, cars, not knowing where you're going, what lane you should be in. So it was actually terrifying.
Yeah.
And some of the more terrifying moments of my life driving in Boston at first.
And so was your wife sympathetic to this?
No, it was go to work.
Figure it out?
Yeah, and I did.
What else was a really big culture shock moving there from here? Do you remember?
Traffic was a big one,
Mm-hmm.
and people.
So many people?
Yeah, crossing roads. I remember crossing roads and just
Mm.
it was like a swarm coming towards you.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't really felt that before. A little bit in Brisbane, but nothing like Boston and
New
New
York.
York.
Because you went to New York when you came in 2004 for your brother's wedding, you stopped in New York.
Correct.
Did you
Yeah.
land in New York?
We stayed there for 3 nights, I think.
Yeah, and I remember you telling me like you'd walk down the street and you'd never seen so many people just coming at you.
Yeah, it was like a video game.
And what happened? Didn't you have to take cookie time cookies to your brother's wedding in a box?
Yeah,
And what did you do with that box in Times Square?
I think I left it sitting somewhere.
And this was 2004,
Yeah.
September. And so,
So it was after
yeah, 9/11.
9/11,
But you
yeah.
left it sitting on top of a trash bin,
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't fully remember the story, obviously.
And then they took it and thought it was a bomb.
Yeah,
But did you get your cookies back?
yes.
Did you have to give some to the police?
No, but I had a lot of explaining to the police.
Um, okay. So New York was obviously overwhelming, but that's overwhelming even to a lot of Americans.
Right.
Like that is a busy city. And even after living in New Hampshire, you met a lot of people in New Hampshire who had never been to Boston.
Right.
So there's still people in rural parts of America that don't go to cities.
Right.
Yeah.
Same in New Zealand.
Yeah. Okay. So you lived there for all those years, and then why did you move back to New Zealand in 2021?
Oh, there's a few reasons actually.
Mm-hmm.
My dad.
You wanted to be closer to your dad, who's still here in the city.
Yeah, and he's elder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the life work balance
Mm-hmm.
is better here for me than it was in the States. But that could change depending on your profession.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In my profession, it was just work, work, work
Right.
in the States. We're here, I can just work 45 hours and I'm done.
Or 40.
Or 40. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't have to travel. Well,
Not
outside
like
of
I did in the States.
well, you don't leave Christchurch
And I'm home every night with my family.
to make dinner.
Yeah, I don't miss that part. But the commuting in the States, the last 5 years with you, I was commuting
Yeah.
2 hours to work, 3 hours home, and working 12-hour days.
Yeah. You were gone a lot. You weren't around when the kids were young because you were away working.
Right.
Um,
So that was a big reason.
mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I could have changed jobs in the States,
Mm-hmm.
but
There were a couple other reasons why we decided to move, but Andrew didn't bring them up when I was asking him because they're more my reasons. So he wasn't sure if I wanted to go there about it. And I probably still don't. And maybe at some point we can. But he was really careful with what he was saying because he wasn't sure if I wanted him to be too personal or just keep to the facts about moving to New Zealand and the different culture, which generally I do like personal stories, but he hasn't listened to the podcast, so he wasn't really sure where to go with that.
where we lived, there was nothing that I could do that made an income.
A decent income.
Right.
Yeah.
Local.
Locally, yeah.
I had to be in a big city to make money.
Mm-hmm. And one of the questions we received actually was, did you anticipate that it would be this hard for Ashley to find work? Because you came back here and found work very easily, but
So he done
obviously, oh, lucky you. He said he got headhunted. I think he said it quietly. But okay, did you think that it would be this hard for me?
No way. No, definitely not.
Yeah,
No.
because in America we both always
Well,
worked.
it wasn't at first.
Uh-huh. Well, when we first landed here, the borders were closed. So people were hard up. Like it was a very good time to find a job. Yeah.
Yeah, it was because there's no immigrants in the country that weren't meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't letting anybody in unless you're a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or married to a citizen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Or there were critical care visas still happening at that time because they were letting healthcare workers in. Yeah. But we had to go through MIQ and spend 2 weeks in isolation when we entered. And only one plane a week was coming here from America. Okay. So I got a job at first.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
You lost it.
Not because I wasn't performing.
No.
Because wait, do you wanna touch on that?
Just say my body, my choice. That's all you need to say.
Yeah. The mandates in New Zealand were definitely a shock to our family and impacted us quite a bit for the first because that happened just months after we moved here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was working and then I got to work from home for a little bit and then the government and the companies said you can't work for us if you don't do um certain things that were a medical choice. So anyways, that happened. And then I did find work after that again. But
You didn't like. No.
well, it's just something I left behind in America many years ago, and so I didn't really want to go back to it. Okay. Another question we had was does he wanna move back to America? Does he wish you guys stayed in New Hampshire and didn't move at all?
Well, can you read that in 3 parts?
Do you wanna take your jacket off? You're sweating. Um, does Andrew wanna move back to America?
Yes and no, but I think that'll happen regardless of what I want.
Oh, so
No,
your body, not your choice?
yeah, due to the fact that I made that call to come back here for my dad and his older age,
Yeah.
that I've set the precedent that I think it's only fair that we go back to your parents
Mhm.
and help them in their older age.
Yeah, that's
That,
fair.
so I kind of made that precedent when I came back here that I knew it wasn't going to be forever as much as I could easily live here forever.
But could you have easily lived in America forever too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you just a content wherever you are?
Yeah, well, yes, why not?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier that way, that's for
Because
sure.
this person asked, did he wish you guys stayed in New Hampshire and didn't move? But
Oh, there's always reasons that I wish we hadn't moved.
and what's that
Obviously,
number one reason
it's quite a
financially?
financial move cost just to come here. It's a financial cost, losing an income.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then what price do you put on money to be with family?
Oh, really? You think that?
No, I'd love you to get a job.
But what about selling our house in America? Because now, like, we had paid that off, and now we wouldn't be able to get back into that market
Right.
very easily.
But that's hindsight's a great thing. I should have kept my first original house in New Zealand too.
Yeah.
So I don't think about hindsight.
How has New Zealand living changed since you lived here before and now that you're back?
Drastically.
How so?
Not just the living, the whole everything's changed in New Zealand. It's not the same country that I left.
Mhm.
I'm not saying for better or for worse,
Right.
but it's just a different country.
But do you think any country's the same
No,
15? No.
America changed the time I
Yeah.
lived there too. I think that changed from when I moved. It was the land of opportunity.
Mhm.
It really was. You could go and work, and if you bet to work hard, you could make a really good living.
Uh-huh.
But by the time we moved here, I felt it was almost a land of division
Mhm.
due to politics, race, religion, um, and it was almost uncomfortable.
Because there's a lot of cultures and races and religions here in New Zealand, and just if we take New Zealand and make it Christchurch, I mean, I've talked about on the pod before, 52 different countries go to our kids' school. I mean, our kids are friends with Christians, Muslims. There's no Jewish people here. I don't know why, but there's just
No,
not any
not
Jewish
many.
people. Like, I looked up the statistic and it's very, very low, and I've never met one. But we had a lot of Jewish people back home. But um, our kids are just friends with people from countries that they would much rather have moved to America, but New Zealand
But
is
that's the good part.
but New Zealand's an easier pathway. Like the immigrating to New Zealand is a lot easier than immigrating to America. So they came here. But whenever I meet like Asians or Indians or Filipinos, they're like, "Why would you leave America, land of opportunity?" And Yeah, so a lot of people move here for a better life for sure. But I don't feel that same division here.
No, no, not as much as America, that's for sure. Well,
Yeah.
just when we left with everything that was happening, like I was saying, the politics, uh, um, COVID, everything. It was just, it felt like division, and everyone had strong sides on either side, and they could not meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Neighbours telling on neighbours, people pulling down each other's signs on their lawns.
But not in our neighborhood.
No, but
Yeah.
it happened around where I was and stuff like that.
Yeah. Where you were? Were you in a different place than
No,
me?
I'm just saying working and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
that.
working away.
And I worked with minorities, a
Yeah.
lot of.
Um, so how else has New Zealand changed here since you left?
Um, well, I went through the same things through COVID, I think, except it was a lot more drastic here. Um, just on the way how they shut stuff down, really.
Mm-hmm.
The economy is now struggling, but I think that's happening all around the world. The economy is struggling at the moment.
But we were in a recession here before, like,
Not before COVID.
no, but before the current president of America.
Oh, yes, I don't,
Don't say his name.
he hasn't made any difference. Well, here as yet. I mean, people are freaking out here.
But that's only the past couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
we've been in a recession here for a long,
Right.
lot, way before he
Right.
got elected.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that anything that's happening over there is helping the situation here. But
Mm-hmm.
New Zealand has its own problems from, my belief is from the way we were all shut down through COVID.
Yeah, and
And a lot of small businesses closed, which means there's less employment. And the fact that they've let numerous immigrants into the country.
Mhm, including myself.
Yeah. Where I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but sometimes I think you have to think about the country, original country before immigration.
Yeah, and even
But
on
that's worldwide in every country.
yeah, well, on TikTok, because I'm like TikTok famous now. Did you know that?
No.
I started it 2 weeks ago just so I could have like promote this podcast, but it's only reaching Kiwis and it's not reaching Americans. And my goal was it to reach Americans. So there's a lot of fights in the comments from a lot of Kiwis, and they're like, "Go home. We don't want you. We don't." And not just Americans. Like there's a lot of Kiwis that do not want all this immigration.
Yeah.
But then of course there's people like, "Welcome to our country. Thank you for trying to speak Maori." And
But I
like,
think that's the same thing
yeah,
in America at the moment. It's a worldwide thing.
yeah. Like some people want you and some people don't.
Yeah, immigration. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whether you're for or against it, it's another thing that's dividing
correct.
people again.
Yeah. On a softer topic, what American food do you miss?
Um, not much actually.
Really?
Oh, there's one fast food place. I can't remember the name of it.
Ew, fast food.
Where you get bowls. Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Did you go to that when you were away for work?
When I'm working, that was my staple. Yeah.
Didn't you like Dunkin' Donuts as well?
Coffee. When you
Doesn't
work long hours, coffee is essential.
yeah, but don't you think coffee is a lot better here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so's the price tag on it.
um, yeah, I always thought Dunkin' Donuts coffee tasted like burnt toast, so I didn't really like it, but I also got a question that says, does he prefer his older daughter or his younger daughter?
I wonder who asked that question. I don't know. They're both a pain in the ass. No, I love them both, but I'd just be nice if they could be nice.
Nice to each other. Um, Also, as someone asked, maybe one of the same people asked the last question, why can we not go on a holiday somewhere fun?
Well, every holiday we go on is America, back to America.
Yeah,
I feel like we could go to many islands and for a long time for a lot less.
yeah,
But since we are a couple who has two homelands,
yeah,
it seems like any holiday you get, you go back to your other homeland.
yeah.
So you don't seem to get as many other holidays as well.
Well, I was also like, because a lot of people here in New Zealand, they go to Fiji or what's that island? I can never remember.
Rarotonga.
Yeah, they call it Roro, but
Right.
Rarotonga. Um,
Samoa,
Samoa,
Vanuatu.
Tahiti.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
There's a lot of Pacific
my
Islands.
friend's in Tahiti right now.
But
So,
then when we lived in the States, you could go to London and Europe. I'm just
yeah,
saying you could.
yeah. But
For the
also,
same price.
you're not really a traveler.
No,
Like, it's not important to you.
no.
Which is why when we talked about when we got married and we
I
decided
enjoy it when I'm there.
when we decided to stay in America and we always said one day we'll move back to New Zealand one day. And then when I realized how much of a flightless Kiwi you really were, and I felt like New Zealand was our best chance at having an adventure
Oh,
and traveling. And so that's I'm like, okay, I guess we have to move to New Zealand so we can travel with you. But we did a bunch of road tripping when we first moved here and traveling, and we didn't you? Oh, when we rode across America in an RV
yeah.
before we flew out to actually, like, we sold our house on a Tuesday
Yes.
and jumped into an RV that we rented and drove across America to make sure we were in LA by our fly out date. And we had to get tested for COVID days before and like do a lot of like COVID stuff before we could go. But yeah, driving across America, what did you think about that?
Oh, I love the country. It's a beautiful country.
Were there parts of America that you had no idea existed?
Oh, totally.
Like what?
The Badlands.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The Four Corners, whatever it
Oh, but
was.
that wasn't that exciting, was
No,
it?
I would never go back there again.
But but like we went to like Navajo
Yeah, that was really
and
cool. Up the
Meredith.
mountain.
Yeah, but seeing how Native Americans
Yeah.
live down in that region because we don't have anything like that in the
No.
Northeast anymore to
I
go.
mean, I traveled a lot with work, but it was always um, fly in, fly out. No,
No exploring.
no.
Yeah.
Work 12 hours a day, hop on the plane, go home.
Did you like the Grand Canyon?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Yeah. I love the country is beautiful, but it's just so wide and big.
But were there parts of America that made you scared?
No.
Really, when you were driving the RV and we stopped
Oh,
in
when it
certain
was windy and that thing was getting blown across
No, I mean,
lanes,
like, we
sure.
stopped in certain areas that you were like, "Hold the kid's hand, don't let them out of your sight," which is not a way we really acted in New Hampshire.
Um, I don't know if scared's the word. I was cautious.
Yeah.
But I mean, then the first week back, we moved to New Zealand. A big punch up happened in the mall in front of me and Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up getting involved in that.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the first week out of isolation in Christchurch.
You witnessed violent crime at the mall.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
And Lenny had never seen anything like that.
Right. Yeah. And there were like a bunch of stabbings and murders when we first moved here too, but that seems to have slowed down. That might have
I
been,
mean, it's a city.
yeah.
It's the same as Boston. There's crime. There's that.
But there's no guns. Or,
But it doesn't mean a knife's not going to kill you.
yeah.
Just if they want you dead, you're dead.
Okay. Well, hopefully they don't want me dead.
That's right.
What has been the most dramatic change in New Zealand from the time that you left to the time that you came back?
Cost of living,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember getting a kilo, I think it's a kilo block of cheese.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's like drugs or something.
No, I haven't looked at that yet.
Okay, a kilo block of cheese.
A
Okay.
kilo block of cheese used to be like $8.99.
Oh, what is it
Now it's
now?
$20.
Is it? Oh, is that like?
Unless you buy the cheap rubber stuff.
Yeah. So that's like the cost of food has gone up a
It's
lot.
doubled, yeah.
Well, I think that happened in America
Yeah,
too.
it does. It has,
Yeah.
but everything here is expensive.
In America, we had a wash machine and dryer that we just used whenever we wanted, like whenever, however many loads we wanted, just put it in the wash, put it in the dryer. How does that work here?
Um, in the States, you pay per kilowatt, same as New Zealand,
Yeah.
except it was a flat rate,
Yeah.
day, night, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
In New Zealand, it's expensive to have a flat rate, so you can get cheaper rates
Mm-hmm.
that go, I think, from 11 till 7 at night.
Or some people get like other
Yeah, there's
times too.
different plans.
Packages. Yeah.
Where in the States, I think it was just basically that one, you had one provider and it was that per kilowatt.
Yeah.
But here you can shop around. It doesn't mean it's any cheaper. Um, but if or when we use power between 11 and 7, 11 p.m. and 7 a.m., you get to half price power.
Yeah.
So if the cost of power here, it's a no-brainer. Just put your dishwasher and washing on at that time.
But what about not having a dryer? Why?
Same thing, they chew power.
Yeah.
I'm being frugal, yes.
But is that like a lot of Kiwi? Like when I met you 20 years ago, you didn't have a dryer either.
No,
Everyone just
Kiwis
hung.
are known for clotheslines
Yeah.
and hanging clothes outside.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody,
Well,
or
not
my grandparents did, my parents
your
did.
I mean, my grandparents did things I don't do, but
Right. But
right.
just that's part of the Kiwi culture too.
Yeah. But now that like two parents are working or like stuff like that, people. So you told me that people here just didn't have dryers, but I've learned that some people do.
Well, most people have dryers, I think,
Yeah.
but they're seldomly used. Some people use them all the time.
Yeah.
It all depends if you want
Are those like
a
rich people?
$300 power bill or a $600 power bill.
Like how much is our power bill? Being as cautious and as frugal as you are.
That's around 200.
A month.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not that bad.
something.
Oh, because then our heat is electric?
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't the case.
So it could double in the winter.
Okay. So between 200 and 400?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I thought it was. Because,
But our bills in America are like 120 about. US.
yeah, but I paid it, so I just
Oh,
didn't.
so what's the difference?
Well, I remember our New Hampshire electric bill was between $92 and $120 in the summer if I used like AC a little bit. But we don't use AC here.
No.
Does anyone?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they want his heat pumps.
Yeah. Um, but as you said, if I find a job, then I can buy a dryer and pay the power bill.
Right.
And then we're
Then we can have
we'll live
fireplace.
we'll live in the high life.
Right.
Is there anything that you desperately miss about being in America?
Um, access.
Access to what?
Anything and everything.
But we live in a city here, so I feel like things are kind of at our fingertips.
No, there's things that are not allowed in this country. CBD.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can get it if you go to the doctor and certain doctors.
Hmm.
It's available here if you want to go through the rigmarole to get it.
Or like have a friend that makes it
Yeah.
on the side.
Right. But that's saying
But
something.
it's not like
You've
just
got to have a medical.
it's not like
certificate.
just walking into a peppercorn.
Right. And that's just an example of stuff that's.
Yeah. Well, even like there isn't like anything like a peppercorn or a Whole Foods or a Concord Co-op or something like that.
Right. But yeah, everything like that's here. Chainsaw stuff.
Oh, you can't buy a chainsaw?
You can,
Yeah.
but it's like 4 times the price.
Yeah. Because is it imported?
Yeah, I presume so. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, a chain I was buying in the States for, I think, $22 or something.
And how much is it here?
It's like 47.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with the exchange rate, it's semi close, but it's not. Amazon, I could say I missed. Carhartt.
I don't
Was,
remember you ever
Cabela's.
ordering stuff on Amazon.
No, I used to surf.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Andrew's a looker, not a buyer. Yeah. So you would like fill
Cabela's. I miss Cabela's
like online.
clothing. Yeah.
What about that other store, Sierra Trading Post? We used to
Sierra
do that
Trading Post.
online before there was ever a store.
Yeah. I miss the clothing, online clothing stuff.
Yeah.
And
What was your
outdoor
favorite
clothing.
store in America?
Cabela's.
I thought you were gonna say Walmart.
No.
um,
Cabela's.
but
Because
remember,
Cabela's was like a zoo.
yeah, remember when you first came to America? What was your favorite store in Boston? Do you remember the name of that? It was Downtown Crossing.
Oh, yeah. Filing's basement.
Filene's Basement. Yeah, you love that place. But you love a Marshall's or something like that, don't you? Because you can get a bar.
Again.
What do you think the differences are between the way that people operate as a community in society when comparing the two countries?
I think it's similar.
You do?
Yeah, but I think it's human that has the community aspect.
The what does?
Humans.
Oh, yeah.
They want to be with others
Yeah.
and help others.
But do you think I think about that too, though, because we lived in a small community in New Hampshire,
Right.
and now we live in a city.
Yeah, so it's hard to compare those two. I think
And
rural here, there'd be a lot more community than there is in the city.
like, okay, let's talk about like your place in Akaroa.
Yeah.
I mean, the people in our bay are having little get-togethers and
Yes.
teas and coffees and park days and stuff like that all the time, right?
Yes.
But then we live in a cul-de-sac, and our older gentleman neighbor, he tries to have little block parties and just no one shows up.
Right.
We do.
And where we live is predominantly Asian.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of the adult ones aren't great English speakers.
So they kind of avoid these,
Same in the school. That's the problem with having a multicultural school.
yeah, that the parents don't get involved
Yeah.
because they
I
don't
mean, I
know the
thought moving
language.
back here, I thought I can't wait for our kids to go to school and play sports. That's what I was thinking, leaving the States, coming here. In reality, I mean, it must happen at other schools, just the fact that where we live, we're in the zone for a certain school.
Yeah, but my other American friends that live 10 minutes from us, their kids are in schools with like all white kids.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it all depends where you live.
Mm-hmm. And just 10 minutes away, we're in a super multicultural
Yeah, but
school.
at first I thought the multicultural was going to be great. Great for the kids coming from white New Hampshire
Mm-hmm.
to see some cultures. And it is great for them. But there's a downsides to it too that I never thought about,
Which is what?
which is the parents don't stand up to help because their first language isn't English,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not confident in English or in sports in general. A lot of them, in New Zealand sports, especially.
And you have to have the parent volunteers in that,
to have sports.
well, in the primary school anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Like I've coached sports that I've never even played before, just so our kids could play sports at school.
Right. So that was, I didn't even think of that, but it's
How,
something that disappointed me.
what about the school uniforms? Do you like those?
I love the school uniforms.
That all kids have to wear them?
I think it just puts everyone on a level playing field right from the word go.
You don't think
It
that
doesn't matter if you've got the flashes, what's it called, white fox hoodie or a Walmart hoodie. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. What about, you don't think it's trying to make all kids conform, like teach them to conform at a young age and be little good conformists?
Kind of. But then I remember I got sent home because I tapered my pants,
What does that mean?
made them tighter
Where?
on the bottom of your calves,
Why?
like people wear now.
Taper, oh, like skinny jeans?
Yeah, but
You made your pants skinny pants?
just from your knee down.
That,
It's called tapered.
okay. Was that a popular thing to do?
Yeah, but the school didn't like it and sent me home.
Speaking of something that changed since you were here, didn't you get whipped in school? Caned?
Caned, yeah,
Yeah.
and spanked in primary school.
And they don't do that anymore.
No, you can't do that anymore.
Why'd you get caned in high school?
I've been numerous reasons. Socks are down.
They had to be pulled up high?
Yep.
Okay.
Because in the first 2 years of school I went here, boys' school, you had to wear shorts. Summer, winter, didn't matter.
My mom was asking why, she said, as a parent, if it was cold out, I would have my kid wearing pants to get to school if they're riding their bike. Is that allowed?
I rode my bike every day of the year to school.
Yeah, but could you put pants on to get there
Um,
and then just take
I'm
them
sure
off?
you could.
Because Annika said
No, I
you
don't know if you
cannot
can.
wear any part of your uniform
Right.
without it being complete and whole.
No.
Yeah.
You had long socks, so you just pulled them up. But then if they fell down at school, you'd get in trouble.
Oh, like caned?
You'd get detention for your socks down or shirt hanging out.
Annika got a detention for having Nike swooped on her black socks.
Right.
But I don't think that really stopped her from continuing to do it. Because it's supposed to be non-labels. So you like the uniforms.
Yeah.
What else about the schools were you surprised about coming back here after being in American public primary schools with the kids? Elementary,
I
primary.
think all my gripes are all to do with where we live.
Mm-hmm.
So in hindsight, if you're to move here or do your homework on schools before you purchase a property,
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to determine where your kids go to school, unless you pay for private school.
Yeah. Um, I know I think sometimes when we talk about like Americans moving from other states and cities too, I say I don't know how much of this is America versus New Zealand, but it's rural New Hampshire versus city New Zealand because
Right.
even like the vibe in Akaroa is different.
And
So
there's only one school.
yeah, would you prefer to live in Akaroa full time?
Yes.
And so Akaroa is where we have an 80-acre off-grid farm that Andrew purchased. Now, why did you purchase that?
Um, it's off grid. It has its own water supply.
Free power
Yeah, battery backup. I don't know, just so you could almost say it's prepping
from what? Like the government or a war? Like what are you prepping for?
everything and everybody.
Okay.
It's my hideout. um, no, it's just a nice place to get away from the city for starters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a city person.
But you grew up here. You lived here your whole life until you came to America.
Yeah, if you're young, single, and like to party, cities are fun.
Yeah.
But if you're married with kids,
And old.
yeah, and getting older, it's not so much fun in the cities.
So you don't really like having neighbors on top of us.
No, I don't like neighbors.
Well, did you like our old neighbors in New Hampshire?
Yeah, they were fine.
Because they were.
But our house over there was double glazed, so I didn't feel sorry for neighbours like I do here.
Wait, what do you think the neighbors? Why do you feel
Well,
sorry
I'm
for?
sure they hear every conversation from my house.
And do you think that your family is loud?
Well, the one American and the other two are half.
So
So
are you embarrassed of us?
no, not at all. You're loud and like to talk a lot.
Yeah. So you think the neighbors know everything about
Um,
us?
not everything.
Just close.
Yeah, I think they know more than they need to.
If you have to think back to when you were first coming to New Zealand during COVID, what is the biggest thing you wanted the girls to experience? It could be food, it could be cultural, it could be anything.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. I don't think, like, for us, the COVID thing, like, we didn't move here to escape COVID. Like,
No,
like, COVID had nothing to do with it. We were going to come back here.
we got COVID twice,
Right.
as in once in America, not the sickness, but the protocols and all that
Yeah.
lockdowns. We did that in the States,
Hmm.
and dumb of us, we moved here after it finished in the States,
Well,
and
not finished, but yeah.
and then came here and it happened again.
Right, because they had been locked down here. So we were here when they had their very first community case
Yeah.
since like the first
Right.
week of it.
We
Yeah.
probably bought it.
No, we did. We were in isolation for 2 weeks. And we had to get tested there every day, which was horrific. I think my sinuses are still damaged from that. But anyway,
You're the only one who let them stick the thing up that far.
because I was trying to be a nice, compliant little girl. Um, so yeah. So what did you want them to experience here?
Um, nature.
We lived in nature.
No, but New Zealand nature. The
Okay.
seas, the mountains.
Okay. We live. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
We
my
literally.
dad.
Yeah.
Get to know my dad a bit
Mhm.
better.
Yeah. What about, were you excited for them to learn about Native and Maori culture, like doing the kapahaka at school, learning the
Yeah, that, for
language?
sure. That's a bonus, I think,
Yeah.
for them to learn another culture.
Yeah.
They definitely wouldn't have got that if we'd stayed in the States where we live.
Any culture.
Well, they might have done a trip to France or something, but
Yeah.
they're not going to learn another language or dance or like they have here.
You mean like the Native dance and
Right.
culture? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's those questions. Let me see. I had a couple more. What does it's all kind of a lot of people had the same questions. Like, what does Andrew miss about living in the United States? Besides my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you have a brother there?
Yeah, I do. I miss my brother and his kids and Melissa, his wife,
Yeah.
for sure. I miss the house we had. It was a
Yeah.
cool house. But
With lake access. Do you miss your tractor?
yeah, I miss all those things. My tractor, my log splitter. But um I don't know, I don't cry over spilled milk.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people that know you well know that you're just like content with whatever for the most part.
Right.
Yeah. Wherever I plop you, you'll find something to be happy about.
Yeah, well, why not?
um, when you were
I try not to do sadness.
right. Yeah. You're good
I
at
avoid
that.
that, yeah.
So, like, what else felt different returning here after you'd been gone? First of all, you left before the earthquake.
Right, yeah, so that the town doesn't even look the same.
Right.
Like, I couldn't find my way around because the old landmarks are gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only thing that changed. People, I don't seem as friendly as I used to.
Yeah. I find
But
that.
maybe that's just me as I'm getting older.
Yeah. I don't find it to be overly friendly. I don't know. Like tourist things we do, they're friendly, but then those are touristy things. And they're catering to tourists. But I mean, like I've got my barista at my cafe that I talk to every day.
Right.
So it's like you just have to like those places that I go the same places every day, they become friendly just
Right.
like I had at home, but it was harder to build community like start over. But you're not interested in building community like I am, are you?
No,
Are you interested in making friends?
no,
No.
no.
But
I've got a few friends, and that's all I need.
yeah. Yeah.
Whether I'm here in the States.
Yeah. But you like when people come visit.
Oh,
Like,
for sure. I do like people,
yeah,
but I don't like people as well. I like my own space. How about that?
that is very true. But all my friends think you're a very social butterfly.
I can be.
Right. Do you feel like we had a much bigger social life in America, driven
Yes.
by me?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So,
that's where your friends are.
yeah. So my
So I'd get dragged along to all your things.
well, sometimes we leave you at home,
Yeah.
but the kids often say, um,
We don't do as much here.
yeah, they said we never have plans. We're not doing anything like because a weekend back in New Hampshire
But I
was
think that's where you lack your crew.
yeah,
You had a crew in the States.
well, many crews.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't have a crew here.
yeah,
So I think that's your fault that we don't have a social life. Because if you counted on me in the States, you wouldn't have one either.
right. Yeah, because you didn't really make any new friends the whole time you were in
Yeah,
America.
I did. I made lots of
Work
friends.
friends.
Oh, but some of them
Yeah.
I'd hang with.
Okay. Right. I guess so. But I would say that your friends in America were like my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of them. I did have a couple of good work friends.
But you just don't really need an extra social life outside of your family.
No, family and dog.
Family and who?
Dog.
Oh, dog. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
dog.
that's good enough for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where I just need a lot more.
obviously.
Like, I need more than just my husband and kids, as part of my core pack. So, yeah, I guess that's just been kind of a challenge to start over. And although I mean, I make tons of friends. Like I do make friends. Just I don't know, it's just different, I guess. So what's the biggest struggle that you've seen me go through here?
Um, Probably employment.
Mhm.
Just applying for jobs and being rejected.
And why do I get rejected?
Um, I think some of it they might fear you,
Why would anyone fear me?
that you might be competition
Mhm.
to the people that are employing you, interviewing you. I don't know, you probably are overqualified for some of the roles you've gone for.
Mhm.
You're American, which I think is held against you here.
Mhm.
Um, in senior roles,
Mhm.
and probably even in lower roles too, actually. But then if you're Filipino here, you take all the lower roles, unfortunately. with no problem.
Mhm.
So I think New Zealand's changed in the fact that they now look for cheap labour.
Mhm. Oh, you mean people that aren't gonna complain, like, want
Yeah,
more?
I'm going to complain. They're grateful to have an income. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like a low, even if it's a low income,
Mhm.
then others from different races are getting paid in the same job.
Mhm.
They don't complain, and I think that's the downside of certain immigration. They've come to a better place to better themselves and families,
Yeah.
but I think they too easily get taken advantage of.
Oh, you think they get taken advantage of?
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna be taken advantage of?
Well, I'm sure they can tell that as soon as you open your mouth.
Yeah. Um, what's another challenge you think I've, like, faced here?
Um, the lack of your crew.
Yeah.
I don't know. Food, access to alternative medicines.
Mhm. Like, we just have to eat crappy, cheap food now?
Well, if we had more money, you could eat good. I mean, the crazy thing is, New Zealand grows some of the best meat and produce in the world,
Yeah.
but it's so expensive.
And the export.
And yeah, a lot of it's exported. So I think the New Zealand has to match the export price.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they'll just send it overseas, or you get the lower quality that can't be exported.
Right. But do you think we get the lower quality stuff here?
I think it's a mixture of both.
Mhm. And what do you feel about for your kids? Do you think it's good for them to just stay here forever?
Um, no, I think traveling and living in different countries are great for them.
Yeah. But would you want them to go to university here?
Yes.
Why?
So they don't end up with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah. Because it,
I mean, that would be the major reason.
yeah.
And I think you can get a good degree, master's, everything here
Mhm.
for a third of the price in the States.
Yeah.
It might even be less than a third by the time you break down the exchange rate. And in certain degrees, it's just as equivalent in the States as it is here.
Yeah. So a lot of people talk about healthcare here.
Yeah.
You've had experience. I see. It's hard for me to speak because
Yeah.
I didn't use traditional healthcare in America. I paid a midwife to have my kid at home. Like I used naturopaths, acupuncturists. I basically stayed away from allopathic doctors at all costs. Um, so I was already paying for chiropractors and
I mean, but then I didn't get a true idea in the States because I had really good health insurance
well,
through my job.
so this is what I was gonna say. So I don't go to doctors in America and I don't use I don't have prescriptions and stuff like that. I use my herbs and homeopathic medicine. And so I'm a really bad person to ask about healthcare systems because I don't use traditional healthcare systems in any country. So
I've been forced to.
right, you have been more for injuries, not illness.
Right.
Although you did have a weird illness when Annika was a baby and you were in the hospital for weeks and weeks. And it ended up being like a bladder condition from severe dehydration. But still, it was like an unknown. So you did go through medical stuff for that.
But having insurance was a savior there too.
So that's what I want to talk about. Like because of your job, your entire existence in America had the premium insurance for the most part.
Right.
You had premium insurance for just we didn't pay anything for it for healthcare. And then I had a job for a long time that picked up secondary insurance. So then I was like covered by two. And then your dental plan was the premium dental plan. So I never paid for anything dental really. And here dental is so expensive.
Yeah.
But is it so expensive because I was used to having premium dental insurance or is it really that much more expensive? Like I see people say both.
Right.
Like I think for cleaning here, it's like
So if you've got
$200 out of pocket.
if you've got good medical insurance in the States, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember when Annika was little, I don't know if you remember this, but like she was like 6 or 7 and they're like, "Oh, we think she has like a heart murmur or something, and then they sent us to, like, a pediatric cardiologist in Boston to do like, basically, it was, like, all this stuff, and we went, and they're like, "She's completely fine," and then I don't remember. It basically, like, we had premium
When
insurance,
were they
so we
within a
got
week?
yeah, so we like yeah, and I feel like they were always like, "Oh, we can do this test and this test and this test," and I'm like, "That doesn't seem necessary." Um, I felt like they saw dollar bills when they saw our insurance, but
Oh,
anyway,
totally. That's
you agree, because when you'd go to the hospital too, they would just, like,
well,
bend
that's
over backwards to do all these things to you.
a test that I thought were totally irrelevant to
Yeah.
my injuries.
But then at the end, when we didn't have your insurance anymore because we are getting ready to move and everything else that happened. And so then I signed up for the marketplace. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Like, whatever I can't remember what it was. It's Affordable Care Act. But I signed up for marketplace insurance, and it was totally affordable in New Hampshire. Like, it was based on the income, and I think I was no longer working because we're getting ready to move here, but we just wanted to make sure we had coverage for that time of not, before we left the country. And it was not expensive, but I don't know. That could be state by state. So for us, basically, the whole conclusion of this is insurance and healthcare was never a problem for us in America. And then here,
Yeah, you can buy insurance here too.
but we don't have it.
No,
I don't even know how much it would cost.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
But if you're relying on the public sector here, I mean, for injuries, it's great.
Yeah. The only thing I've used healthcare for here is, well, I have a chiropractor, but that's out of pocket anyways. And then Annika fell off her scooter when we first moved here and knocked out her two front teeth. But here we have ACC, which is the Accidental Compensation Act. So any accident that anyone has, whether it's playing rugby, falling off your scooter, getting in a car accident, whether it happens on your own time or at work, ACC is a scheme, Accidental Compensation Act, picks up the entire bill for everything. So they cover,
No, not the entire bill. They
well,
pay
for
up.
Annika, they did.
Yeah.
They paid for her dental, well, she hasn't received her fake teeth yet. They just built it up with a composite. But at some point for the rest of her life, anything related to those two front teeth and that injury will be covered. So they will eventually pay for her to have veneers for those teeth. But then the other she has a podiatrist because of a weird foot thing she has. So she sees a podiatrist, and I have to pay completely out of pocket for that. But I was told that even insurance wouldn't cover that because it's a specialist. Like, it's not
Yeah.
general GP. But I also
But you can get specialist plans on your.
oh, you can?
Yes.
Well, when I first moved here, I tried to find us general practitioners, and like every single one I
I
called
still don't have one.
wasn't taking new
I run
patients.
21 doctors asking if they're accepting patients, and nobody was, so I gave up.
Yeah, I gave up two, but then I think I finally found one when I was trying to get something for Annika.
I
Or is
think
it,
between the two countries, if you have insurance in both countries, it's pretty even.
you think?
Yeah, they rush you through if you've got insurance in New
Oh,
Zealand.
yeah.
But if you're totally relying on the public sector, they have things called waiting lists. And I remember I broke my collarbone here. This is going back 20 years. And I couldn't work because my collarbone needed surgery to take all the bone fragments out. ACC was going to pay me 80% of my income for 2 years on the waiting list. Have surgery.
2 years you had to
2
wait for
years.
surgery?
Yeah. I didn't wait 2 years. I paid out of pocket
Okay.
myself because I wasn't going to wait 2 years, and had the
Yeah.
surgery done like 6 weeks later, and was back to work within 6 weeks after surgery. But I even rang my MP, which is the member of parliament, and said this doesn't even make economic sense. You're prepared to pay me 80% of my wage for 2 years and not pay for $10,000 surgery. And she agreed, but she said that's the way the system rolls.
Yeah. And people still wait here for things.
Long waiting list here for hips, knees, cancer surgery, all kinds. So ideally you'd have health insurance here. But then if you get hurt here, whether it's at work or rugby, like Ashley said, they will pay you 80% of your wage while you're injured. Which in the States, if I got hurt not at work, I'd have no income.
Right.
So that's a big difference too.
It's a huge
So there's
difference.
pros and cons in both.
Yeah. I mean, that system
If you're
is.
injured, this country's great. If you're sick, go to America with good insurance.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I can see that there's good and bad to both systems. And I think overall that speaks for everything. Like every country has its pros and every country has its cons. And I think having access to friends here from countries that were really hard to live in, like South Africa, where they have to live in houses with gates and there's a lot of violence. And then, I just told you I have a friend
Well,
from Nepal who literally didn't even have electricity or the internet or anything until he moved here 10 years ago and lived in a village. And so, or my friend who just lived in a place that was really populated. I don't know, like, well, there's like so much pollution in some countries and just a lot of unrest. And, a lot of places just have it really rough. And I think those stories for me is a really good perspective that I've had it really, really good in both of my countries, America and here.
right.
It's definitely made me complain a lot less, I
Yeah.
think. Well, complain about, I mean, I still complain, but I have more
Definitely makes you a
gratitude.
lot more grateful when you see how easy we've had it.
Yeah, both
Really.
countries. Yeah. Um, And so, what do you think? Like, when do you think we're going to move back to America?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's not a question that I can answer.
Oh, okay.
One, it'll be on record, and two, I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you can't get a job once you finish your degree,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you start applying for jobs in America and can get one,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's going to be a determining factor, I think, where you can find work.
Yeah.
Because I'll find work anywhere.
Yeah. I'm just checking to see if there's any more questions. What's your favorite food in New Zealand?
Um, Peanut butter toast.
So the same as America.
No, better bread here.
That's so not true. What's
So
that?
true. Vogel's bread here cannot be beaten.
Yeah, but I brought home freshly baked bread from my store
Doesn't matter. Vogel
with like
still
3
takes the cake.
ingredients.
Vogel still wins.
How many ingredients are in Vogel's?
I don't read the packet.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, like, you had very nice, fresh baked bread
It's
from my shop.
not better than Vogel's.
Okay.
So,
Well, you like things a little more junky, maybe?
oh, okay.
I don't mind Vogels that much, I guess. But you like pies, meat pies.
Meat pies, yeah, I do like them.
Did you miss them in America?
Not really,
Yeah,
because there's plenty of other
things to have.
crap to eat.
Um, Did you know that America just decided no more food dyes in food? I don't really know what the timeline is on that, and it doesn't really
Well,
affect us.
smart move. It's been like that in this country for quite a long time.
Yeah, except for imported things, but yeah. Um, I know, and I kind of just went out of my way to keep it out of our house anyway. So, um, what else? Any other things that you want to talk about? Those are all the questions that I had that are appropriate to read. I think it was hard because some people really wanted to hear about like your views on being, I don't know, conspiracy theorists and stuff.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
But I'm trying to keep this.
I look at both sides and
It-
then try and work out what I think is true, but I don't think we ever really even know what is true or not, regardless.
yeah. Were you happy to have my parents here for the past couple weeks?
Yes.
What was your favorite part about that?
Oh, it's nice to see your mum and dad.
Yeah. And
I like your mum and dad.
yeah.
Eating out a lot.
And what about, did you like showing them the Contented Acres, the farm?
Yeah, well, I like that place, so I like it when others like it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it makes me feel a bit better. I made the right decision.
And my dad said when you're ready to sell it and move back to America, he thinks it's gonna be you can make lots of money off of it because it's easy.
Selling it to an American, he said.
Yeah, but he said you sell the dream, not the reality. Meaning the reality is it's a lot of work and a lot of maintenance and a lot of upkeep.
No.
Like you go over there and work.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get it. This is because it's been neglected for probably the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So once it's back in shape, which I'm getting there, I think I'll be able to just mow the lawns every second weekend for 3 hours.
But what about the gardens and growing food and all?
I'd have to do that here.
Huh?
I'd have to do that living in Christchurch.
Oh.
So I'm thinking of an extra. I didn't want a batch or holiday home, whatever you want to call it, that took up all my time just maintaining it.
Oh. Speaking of a batch, that's a word, that's a Kiwi word. So what does that mean to an
I said
American?
holiday home.
Yeah, a second home.
No, a batch is not a second home. Well, for some wealthy Kiwis it is, but a batch is more of a camp.
Yeah. Like it's not fancy or
Not
anything.
fancy normally.
Oh, high vis. That's a word that I only heard in New Zealand. Like
Yeah.
you wear those high vis clothes and
Yeah, I
vests.
look like a traffic cone or a prisoner, whichever one you look at it.
Yeah, no, but like what's the equivalent word in America for high vis?
High vis.
No, I've never heard anyone in America say that.
You've never worked in the construction industry.
So in the construction industry, you also called it high vis?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't call it like reflective
No,
clothes or
you have to wear high vis on certain sites in the States too.
okay, and they use the exact same term.
Yeah, I think so. I know I get muddled up between New Zealand terms, American terms, where it originated from, and so my vocab now is a mixture of American and New Zealand.
Well, the other day when my mom was here and we were talking about rates value,
Yeah,
and she was very confused about what you were talking about
yeah.
because what does rates mean here?
Same as property taxes.
So is it only property taxes?
Yes.
So it's like the property tax value. And she said, just say assessment. What you mean is assessment value.
Well, it's assessed by the
Yeah.
council here,
Yeah.
your town.
So rates value is like a tax value or an assessment value. And then here in America, here in New Zealand, people are like, oh, you keen to go to the beach? You keen to go to the pub? Like keen is that's not a word Americans use much, do they? Did you recall?
Not that I recall, but I can't. That's what I'm saying. It all blends into one.
You can't remember now who's who and what's what?
That's what I'm saying. I use American terms here and people look at me weird.
Like what? Do you have an example?
Trunk.
You said trunk?
Yeah.
And here, what do they call trunk? The boot.
Yeah, the boot.
The boot.
Yeah.
And the bonnet is the front of the car.
Yeah.
And what do they call that here? Or what do they call that in America? The bonnet is just like the hood of the hood.
Yeah.
And here, like when I get a coffee or something and they're like, I would say, oh, I'll take it to go. But here, what are they saying?
Take away.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. To go where? Take away.
Okay. Yeah. Those are just some terms I was thinking about were different. Can you think of any other terms?
No, but I know I still hop in the car the wrong side.
Do you?
Every now and then.
Do you ever go on the wrong side of the road?
No.
Just me?
Just go to hop in the car the wrong side.
Oh. I haven't done that much, I don't think. But I mean,
But I used to do that in the States too.
yeah. Okay. Well, I read all my questions. And we paused for a second because my parents called to let us know they made it home all the way back to New Hampshire safely and everything was good and their travel was seamless and easy. And they were telling me about everyone they sat next to on the planes and ran into in the airports. And actually, when I talked to my mom, I think when they landed in Texas, and she was talking to someone about stuff. But Dad said he met a guy on the plane that was just leaving fishing in New Zealand, and he's been here fishing many, many times. And fishing was my dad's big priority, but he never got to go because we had so much rain. But the guy told him, oh, the fishing was awful, too much rain, river's too high. So he was feeling pretty, he felt good that he didn't have miss out. But Andrew and you and Dad went to the fishing store while he was here. And how was that experience?
I loved it.
Had you ever been to that store before?
Not that store, no.
Oh, you hadn't?
No. But there was a young woman there working who ended up being a fishing guide,
yeah.
and she was really cool.
And
your dad really liked her.
But what did she say that was so cool?
She just had a real potty mouth.
Yeah.
Which I think your dad finds cool.
Yeah.
And I did too.
Yeah.
You could just tell that she could mix it with anybody.
Yeah. Is she what you would call like a classic Kiwi?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
She calls a spade for
Yeah.
sure.
But I was thinking our like 85-year-old neighbor in Akaroa,
Yeah.
who looks like a sweet older lady, also has quite a mouth on her.
Yeah, I know. She freaked me out the first time I met her. And she starts using big, bad words. I only just met her.
Yeah.
Coming from an 85-year-old woman, it did make me smile.
Yeah. And you figured she wasn't gonna be too bad to live next to?
No, not at all.
Yeah. I mean, she's not right next to us. Like, she's down a long dirt road. But yeah, there's definitely like some, I don't know, like some Kiwis that just
swear like troopers in public to anybody they're talking to.
yeah. And
at first, it takes me back because in the States you don't hear people talking like that.
not much. There was something.
Not in public.
No. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, speaking of something so this is something I don't think any American that I hang out with here is aware of, but this is a real old Kiwi kind of thing. Can you talk about what a public bar is and what a meat raffle is? Because that still exists to these days. They're just I like to go to like posh, like fancy bars, like.
Public bars, as they're known, what were known as, was a bar that was in local areas.
Yeah.
And you could almost say it's a sports bar. They're in Boston as well, in the cities. You've got local little bars. But predominantly filled with men. Normally working men.
Is that why they're called worker?
No, because there's men's clubs on top of that.
But sometimes there's bars called working men's bars. Like the Beely bar?
That's a workingmen's club.
Oh.
You have to pay to belong to these clubs.
Oh.
But women are welcome as well in the men's clubs. I just don't think they were many years ago, but they've still kept men's clubs.
Oh,
I'm amazed it hasn't been changed yet.
I've met Kiwi women at some of those bars, and when I walk in, it's like 95% men.
As the public bars?
Yeah, and they're like
the local. Yeah, but they're normally sports bars. They have a TAB, which is betting, like on horses and greyhounds.
Betting culture is big here.
It's huge, on horses and greyhounds. And they'll have a whole part of the bar sectioned off to that. They'll have another part of the bar sectioned off to slot machines.
But you call them pokies?
Pokies, yeah. Pokey machines.
But they're just slot machines?
Yeah. But they're called pokies, like poker machines.
Is this like a problem here?
Depends who you are.
But do you know where the pokey money goes to?
Yes.
Where?
It's a lot of it goes to charity.
Yeah.
If it gets that far.
What do you mean?
Well, I knew a publican owner who
kept it all?
No, you legally have to show that it's given to a charity, but then you can work out with charities, if I give you this, what can I get from you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you get to choose your charities.
Oh, so you're like, I will.
So it's a bit of a have too, but I think some of the money goes to addiction, gambling as well.
Yeah.
But most of it goes to
do they get to keep any of the money from their pokie machines? Yes, of course they do. Okay, so they keep a percentage profit.
Yeah, I don't know what the percentages are in either direction.
Yeah.
Of where it goes.
Yeah.
But they make, the publican was telling me he makes more money from his machines than they do over the bar.
More than alcohol?
Yeah.
And you know how alcohol is so expensive here? Because it's all tax? What does that tax money go towards?
Probably the road toll, keeping the road toll down, advertising, hospitals, public health care.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the public bar scene has died here because they used to be in local areas and a lot of rural pubs.
Yeah.
But drink driving charges here are same as America.
Yeah.
Except here, they can stop anyone. You don't have to be swerving all over the road to get pulled over.
Oh yeah, my mom had a what do they
They'll
call
do-
it? A roadblock?
A checkpoint.
A checkpoint. She had one when she was here, but it was like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
and she was pulled over.
You're
It's not
you're
even
not pulled over.
No,
They
it's
close the road.
and they just stop everyone on the road
Everybody,
and come
they
to your
ask
window.
you to talk into a machine that then says whether you've got alcohol in your breath, and if you have any form of alcohol, they can ask you to accompany them to do an evidential breath or blood test.
Yeah, like I've had a lot of the preliminary ones where I just have to talk in, but the very first one, it was right when we moved here, and it was again like 3 o'clock. I dropped Lennox off at gymnastics,
Yeah.
and it was during COVID times, and I just see like everyone stopped and there's all these police and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he he comes up to the window and I rolled it down and I'm like, is this a COVID test? And he's like, no, ma'am.
At least in
It's
the
a test for
States.
alcohol.
At least in the States, you could get away with it if you didn't swerve all around the roads.
Okay.
Well, they can't just pull you over there like they can here for no reason.
Right. Oh, right. Like you need like a reason to pull someone over. Yeah. Yeah, it always kind of freaks me out, even when I'm like stone sober. Whenever they stop me, I just like get nervous. One time I got stopped in Acaro and I had like 4 kids with me and I got to him and then he looked in the back seat at all the kids and then he didn't even have me do the breathalyzer thing. Yeah, that was different. But also you can have an open container here.
Oh, you can drive along having a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can drink and drive.
Yeah.
It just can't be above the legal limit.
Correct.
And like my dad doesn't drive here at all. He just sits in the back seat. And but he'll like bring a beer in the car just because he can. Like, yeah, the passengers can drink and even the driver can. See on a Friday workers driving home drinking a beer while they drive. Like not even hiding it, but it's because as long as you're
road sodas.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that was what they're called in the States too.
Except that's not allowed there.
Yeah, but it didn't stop people doing it.
Well, actually, when I was home for Christmas, Kaylin was bringing me somewhere, and I'd had a drink at the house, and I just brought it with me and got in the car, and she said, "Don't you bring that into my car?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot," because we can do that here. And what else is different about driving around here?
Different rules.
Yeah. Such as?
I don't know. You can't turn left. No, right.
Mm-hmm.
At a light.
Yeah.
You can't do any of that. You have to. There's just a lot of different rules. There's too many to explain.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that Americans don't have to sit
a test.
Yeah.
And I asked why we don't. They said because Americans have sufficient testing. I was like, yeah, when I turned 16 and I tested for...
Yeah, they know how to stop and start, but they don't know the New Zealand road rules.
Yeah. A lot of kids here
way to who.
aren't in a rush to get their license either.
Roundabouts.
Oh, I hate the...
Sorry, votaries.
I hate the roundabouts. They stress me out here. There's just way, way too many. And they're like I don't know when I'm getting on and getting off, and you have to use your blinker one-way blinker. Street. That's another word. That's different. Here, a blinker is called what?
Indicator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I forgot that one. I'm trying to keep a list of all the words that are different because you just start using the Kiwi words you fit in and people know what you're talking about. And I noticed like Annika has a little bit of an accent when she's talking to her friends, but I don't hear it with us. She just speaks American English with me. Okay, well, I'm going to pause this so we can go home to our children. But we might add on if I think of other questions or if I receive other questions.
Yippee-yi.
Did you enjoy this experience?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.